The Porsche team will compete in the FIA Formula E Championship for the first time when Season 6 begins in December. With the countdown to their debut well underway, we join them for the latest in a program of extensive tests at Circuit Calafat in Spain.
We're well into our testing campaign now. The beginning of the testing campaign the focus was more on reliability. We've been down that road now, we're pretty reliable, and now it's getting about speed out of the car. Every area we can now, trying to get a small performance gain wherever we can.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress since test day 1 in Weissach. Even we were here in April and we see where we are now. Just lap time wise, we can see that we've improved the car, also feeling wise. So that shows me we're on the right path. Question is, where does it end? No? It's like a never-ending story, so you have to keep going.
Porsche have drawn on their talent pool of Le Mans winners in Neel, Jani and development driver Brendon Hartley, both members of their highly successful LMP1 team, along with Andre Lotterer, who'll partner Jani on track when the season begins.
The majority of the guys are all from the LMP project, so everybody knew each other. So there was no starting a team from scratch in this project, which was nice. From day 1 it worked, so it's quite nice to start a new project with guys you already work with. It helps a lot.
I've been involved with the Porsche Formula E project from the beginning. So my role is development driver. I know a lot of the guys from the LMP1 days, and I'm very familiar with complex systems, which is again the case in Formula E. So I'm factory based in the simulator and also all the on-track testing, development and working towards Formula E season coming up very soon.
Since the first car was rolled out in March, it's been a steep learning curve for engineers and drivers getting to grips with the all-electric powertrain developed in-house at Weissach.
Reliability is the most important thing, making sure we're pounding round and round, generating mileage. But there's no point just generating mileage for the sake of it. You have to generate useful performance-related mileage, and hopefully that's what we're doing right now.
We don't have four-wheel drive anymore, like we had in the 919. Obviously, energy management is also important in sports car, but here it's even more important because you might not finish the race then. There's a bit of a switch of focus in terms of energy management and being a bit more efficient. But in sports cars we could still play sometimes for ultimate lap time.
The power and acceleration that you get from the car actually feels quite impressive, and it just takes a little while for the body to adjust, not hearing a big screaming engine in the back. And then you start to get used to the electric noise, and what then becomes interesting is you start to hear locking brakes, you hear wheel spin, you hear stones hitting the cockpit, you hear things that you've never experienced before, so you all of a sudden have some different senses. You might not have the sense of speed from the engine noise, but then you start to learn and enjoy and getting the most out of these other cues you're getting from the car.
Along with the powertrain, Porsche developed the car's rear suspension and cooling system at Weissach, and Calafat was the ideal place to put them through their paces.
We'll be racing throughout the season in all parts of the world. For example, China, Chile, where it's extremely hot, and this puts a high demand onto the cooling system on the car itself. And the reason this is important is because when the overall car gets hot, you're running in high ambient conditions, the battery itself can get hot. And as soon as that happens, you start derating, where you start losing power output and the ability to recharge the battery efficiently. So we have to be here testing in hot conditions to make sure we're able to cope with these conditions and make sure we're not going to lose performance then when we hit the track and racing against our competitors.
Now it's just a matter of getting that last bit of performance out of the car and getting the complete operations also sorted for the first race. One car with a lot of people, and we're going to be having 2 cars with limited people. So right now it's all on schedule. We're all happy with the progress we're making.